All right, today's lesson and today's experiment is all about being able to visualize and understand and really kind of feel how vast time is. Like we have just this little teeny sliver of time. I mean, people, not just us, but people have just been around for such a short amount of time. It is really hard to understand. And doing this experiment, I hope that you'll be able to understand a little bit better just how long things are. And then when we talk about how long things are, we are talking both about distance and time. Now we're doing this over time, but remember, in space, as things travel, that is also distance. Or as time travels, that also means distance. Space and time is connected. So let's get to it.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
Now I just went through and started making my calculations. So I knew I had 297 squares on a roll of toilet paper. So I went ahead and tried to figure out how many years per square. And then I went ahead and measured each square, which turned out to be 4 inches. I think that's pretty standard. And then how many years it was per inch. When I got done with that, I realized that inches really weren't going to work. So I went ahead and used millimeters. So I used 102 millimeters per square. And that gave me how many years per millimeter. Then I just went ahead and started filling in the data and crunching the numbers, right? So I looked up and I knew how many years each event occurred. Then I had to map that out to a certain distance from the edge of the toilet paper. Once I figured out those distances, I put a nice dark line on the very first one. That's us. And then I went through and just started making my measurements. You have to be very, very precise in this and really kind of figure out how it's all going to fit in there, and if there's some that maybe you have to skip. I went ahead and measured the first few without labeling because I wasn't really sure how the labels were going to work. Once I had those done, then I knew that I'd be able to go ahead and start labeling them so I would remember which ones were which. Once I measured for the multicellular organisms, I knew I was going to need some more room. I'm going to go back in time quite far to get to bacteria and algae, basically single cell organisms. So between single cell organisms and multi-cell organisms, it was a long time. It was like 600 million years. Once I got done calculating where both the sun and the earth first formed, I knew we were going to have a lot more room and take it outside. So we've got the beginning part done. So we've got today, which is this black stripe. And inside that black stripe is all of human history. The Neanderthals, the modern humans, everybody that's ever lived is only in that little teeny black stripe. Then we have the blue stripe, early primates. We have the end of the dinosaurs. We have the first dinosaurs, first bacteria, first insects, first fish. We have the Proterozoic area, which is the time that you actually can see things. All right, the first things are large enough to see. We have multicellular organisms, and then we have to start rolling it out. So we have one and about a half of a piece. And then as we come out here, All the way down here we have bacteria and algae. Then we have the Earth's atmosphere is finally formed. And then right here at the very end of the 9th square is the Earth and then the Sun. And those are about 2 billion years close to each other, which basically is just the same line. We're going to have to roll out this roll. Oh, stay on the driveway. So now we're all the way down to the 297th sheet on my roll. So right there is where the Big Bang is. What started all of time. This is the Milky Way, our galaxy. Took a long time. Come here. I want to show you something. All right, look, right down here, that's today. And then all the way down here, the beginning of time. I wanted you to do this experiment because I wanted you to get an idea of just how vast and how long the time frame is. But also when we talk about time, remember we're also talking about distance. So that distance from the beginning of the Big Bang all the way till modern day, that's a long, long time. I mean, it's huge. It's really, really big. So hopefully you did this experiment and you understood. If not, maybe you got a little bit of it from the video to just understand that that whole distance is time. And we have just this little, almost infinitesimal part of time. It's very, very small. We haven't been around for very long. Hey, I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, let me know. I'll make some more. If not, then just don't say anything and I'll just not do it anymore. So anyway, thanks for watching.
One big symphony.